Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectMeWithTiffany. Welcome to the podcast and posse, ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. I'm your host, Tiffany, and let's get you guys more efficient and stop losing your mind over all the tasks and all the things that you have to do as a busy entrepreneur, as a side hustler, as a mom, as a woman, as a human. Let's help you guys from losing your mind any further. Okay. And I had to learn this and work on techniques and different things for myself because, man, operating a business and then being a woman on top of it, and then you have a significant other, and then you have investments, and you have all sorts of things that go on in life. It's enough to make your head spin, and then I end up miserable if I'm overwhelmed. And can you imagine a bitchy version of me? It's not cute. You don't want to be around it. So I figured there had to be a better way, and I sought after trying a lot of different things. And I'm going to share with you guys what works for me. And you can try it out and see if it works for you, if it feels good to you. But at least you have something to try out that I can tell you works if you have a similar, personality type to me, where you are busy, you get overwhelmed, there's so much going on, your head spins and you start to forget things, then you get anxious, then you get kind of miserable, then you just want to stick your head in the sand and do nothing because there's so much going on. If that's you, listen up. All right, here are my time management tricks for busy entrepreneurs and how to get more done in less time. The first thing is we got to change this to-do list thing all around. How you're doing a to-do list? No, we've got to scratch that because I know what you guys do. Your to-do list is out of control. It's so long and you have shit on there like laundry, get milk, get the carpet cleaned, pull out decorations for this holiday, thaw out the meat for dinner. And then you have like write content, record a podcast, write a sales page, take pictures. And it's just this crazy long list that even looking at it makes you just want to crawl back in bed and suck your thumb with your blankie. Who else has a blankie, by the way? I have a blankie. I love my blankie. I'm serious. I have an adult blankie. If you don't have one, it's very soothing and I highly recommend it. I digress. All right. So here is this to-do list. I want you to break it down into 3 categories instead. I want you to have a must-do, and there can only be 3 things on your must-do. Like, you're not the president of the United States or of any other country. And if you are and you're listening to this show, give me a shout out. Well, actually, maybe not Putin. I don't know if that'd be a good thing. Anyway. All right. So put must do's. It can't be any more than 3. You're not that important. Calm down. And you don't want to have this long list that creates anxiety in of itself. It's a setup for disappointment because maybe the night before you're like, I'm going to do all these things tomorrow. And it's a setup for a lie. It's just a lie you're telling yourself to make yourself feel better. Or if you procrastinate like me, you push everything to the next day and then you don't get it done. And then round and round the cycle goes. So must do, there's 3 things. What I mean by must do is they are either revenue generating activities, they are activities for your health or the well-being of the people you take care of, i.e. your children. Those are must do's, or something where there's a big freaking consequence that you don't want to pay. And it doesn't have to be pay, meaning monetarily. It could be a consequence in losing a friendship, losing a client. A consequence can also be late payment on bills. A consequence could also be losing an opportunity. So those are what belongs on must do. Then your next part of your to-do list, your new to-do list, is must delegate. Oh, how many people find it very annoying when they listen to success and business podcasters and they're like, hire a team. I have my team do it. Oh, my team. It's like, and you're sitting there like, my team is me and my 4 other personalities and throw in maybe some child labor. It's like, I hear you guys. And everyone who is listening to the show, we're all at different levels, and you can hire more help and assistance as you grow. I started out just like many of you, and I was my team. It was me and I all the time. There was a lot of myself, and then I would enlist help of like friends at times, or maybe I'd go on like Upwork, or I think back then we might have even used people off like Craigslist, if I remember correctly, to do like specific projects and stuff like that. But really it was mostly all on me. So what I mean by must delegate and those 3 things, you need to get creative. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to go from being an employee to an entrepreneur, you want to actually scale this damn thing and be a true business owner and a true CEO versus this just being some expensive and stressful hobby, you need to be resourceful in lots of things. And one of them is delegation. So you need to enlist your man into doing man chores, or your woman into doing woman chores. You need to enlist child labor. I'm not joking. Like, your own children can be part of the process. This is, for most of them, this will be really exciting. And if it's not, it's going to teach them discipline. It's you hiring an intern. It's you hiring someone overseas. Maybe not ideal, but it's certainly someone who can help you with stuff and what you can afford at the time. So must delegate. Delegating also means things that can be done on an automated level. Have your groceries delivered. Hire a cleaning service to clean your house. I've been having Jackie, my long time cleaning lady, has been cleaning for me for, I think 12, 13 years now. And I learned this from a friend I had who, we were like, I don't know, 23, 24. And I thought it was crackers that she had a cleaning lady. Like, how bougie is that? Like, a cleaning lady. I thought that was only for like super, rich people that had like children and all those things. So I was like, what the hell? And she said to me, I could be making money or doing other things in that time, and it would take me so much longer to clean, because it's not like I clean all the time. People who are professional cleaning people actually know how to be really efficient in it. And it's really not that much money when you think about it. So it's silly for me to do it. And I was like, huh. And I'm like, I never thought of it that way. And so I hired someone, and I've never looked back. And it's the best $150 that I've spent every 2 weeks. I would forego my gel nails, maybe not threading of the eyebrows, because I would look crazy. And if you're like, I don't even know what you look like, Tiffany, well, then you need to hit me up on Instagram or on Facebook at ProjectME with Tiffany, and you'll see my face is very consumed by my eyebrows. So I don't think I would let go of like the threading. That'd be going too far. But dude, I would even color my hair myself. I'd do my own nails in order to keep Jackie. So that's how important that is when I say delegate. like ordering your shit off Amazon Prime. Yes, you have to pay, I think it's what, $11 a month or something for Amazon Prime, but I order everything off there. Now I'm not having to run errands and go to the store. Okay. Then the other thing is you have a third category, which I call it the bonus category. This is where you can put all your other shiz, people. This is where you can put in, take out the chicken cutlets for dinner. We all know I don't cook, so I don't know what people like thaw out or if that's a thing. I think you have to take meats out to thaw them out. I have no idea. Anyway, there's probably like fast thawing methods that I'm not aware of. I would end up giving you guys food poisoning. So clearly I will not be cooking for any of you. And other shiz like, I have to do a return at Target. Let me think of some other things. Like maybe it's a nice to have, but you don't need it right now. Like you need more photos for content for your website or social media or something like that. And you don't need it absolutely today. Your revenue is not dependent on it. So those things go in the bonus category. All right. So now that we've restructured your to-do list, fun little side note, I don't label my list as a to-do list. I make the name fun. So I even put like great things. Great day, amazing agenda. So I'll title my list different fun, positive things because the to-do list or even putting like today's agenda on a Post-it note, of course, and I'm using Sharpies to write them. Even putting that down, like even agenda kind of gives me a small rash. So I try to be really fun with how I name things. Any chance I can like make myself laugh or you guys laugh, I'm going to take it. All right. Next thing is automate your shit. You need to automate your shit where you can. Whether that means your bills that you pay, automate it. Whether that means grocery delivery, like things you run out of every month that you need, put that on an automation. Things for your business. You need to be batching your content and using something that auto posts for you. We use Planoly. If you don't remember or you're driving, you can DM me and ask what we use. You need to start automating the practices in your business. So I would want you guys to have an application form to work with you. Then that application form goes through some automated process where then people get a scheduling link. And if you're like, oh my God, Tiffany, that's so much tech, you can for sure find someone on Fiverr in another country when you know the kind of automation you want, that they will do it for you. And it's annoying up front. Yes, it is more work and time on your part up front, but the payoff is huge. The payoff for anything I automate, I love it. It's worth all the money. And there's people who specialize in automating your business. Just you can look them up on Instagram. So automate where you can, just like even my ProjectME passive income posse, that is automated. The only part that can't be automated is once people pay and they're in the group, they have to be manually let in that private Facebook group. That's the only part that can't be automated, but all the rest is the application, the payment, the email, the info, the things, and there you go. We don't have to worry about it. Okay. Here is a fun little hack that I do. So you know how you always want, like you were told as a kid, or maybe you tell your kids now, like they have to eat their veggies in order for them to have a dessert, or even in order to have the rest of the stuff on their plate. Maybe their tater tots or their, fries or whatever. They have to eat their vegetables, right? And it's like, I need you guys to do that same negotiation with yourself on the less fun, annoying, adulty, unsexy tasks of building a business. And there's a lot of them. So there's a lot of admin stuff I hate doing, but I can't delegate it. It has to be done by me, i.e. reading contracts, reviewing contracts, signing some contracts, tax stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I have to approve and I have to review. And then that pile starts stacking up. Certain business proposals I have to do. And it's like, I don't want to do it. Then it starts piling up. So instead of eating my French fries first, which is the stuff I love, like doing this podcast right now, creating content for you guys, I freaking love that. I could do that all freaking day long. Researching, could do that all day long. But I discipline myself and I say, okay, you got to eat your veggies first. So at your highest energy point of the day, and most of you know when that is, that like peak zone of energy in the day, that's got to be reserved for eating your veggies. Because if you tell yourself you'll do it later, it's another lie you're telling yourself. And then later never comes, or when it is later, you're tired and now you're having to do a low vibe task in your mind and it's not pretty. Now, when I'm tired and I know I need to still create content, record a podcast or whatever, even though I'm tired, I'm still excited by it, or at least not bothered by it or annoyed by it or dreading it because it's something I love. So you guys got to do that. All right. And here is a great technique that I use to get those veggie type tasks done. And then for all of you like super celery juice people who follow me and they're like, I eat my veggies first naturally. I drink them every day. Okay, but you know what I'm talking about. So let's calm down. And my two favorite foods, fun fact, salad and pizza equally. So I'm all about veggie life, right? But if it were up to me, if I had to choose, I'd probably eat pizza every night. And we know how that would end. Not well. All right. So I want you guys for those eat your veggies exercises, tasks you have to do. I mean, for some of you, the eat your veggies part is even you working out or having movement. Maybe you're a sloth, and that's something you have to negotiate with yourself. Some people, it is doing content for them. That's the thing. But if you have an online business and you really dread content, this is not going to be pretty for you. I just have to say that. All right. So here's what you do for getting that eat your veggies stuff done. You need to do the time test technique. Yes, I've named it. So the time test technique is, remember in school where you would have to take are they called Scantron tests? And if they're not called that anymore, you can let me know. Where it's almost like taking the SAT or the LSAT or one of those, but you had to do them all throughout school where they're timed, like put your pencils down, that kind of thing. You need to treat each task you have to do as a time test. So give yourself, okay, I'm going to give myself 30 minutes to review these two contracts. You set a freaking timer and you put that timer next to you. And you treat it as though pencils down, you better be done. And it's amazing how much more efficient we work under pressure. And how many times I hear you guys tell me, well, I procrastinate because I wait till the last minute because then I'm energized and I work really well under pressure. Well, put yourself under pressure in that way. As a journalist, as a former TV journalist, talk about pressure. You're not only fired, but you would have nothing to show on the news if you didn't get your story in on time. So, there were giant clocks, there still are digital clocks all over the newsroom. It's all about time. Time. And it was amazing how efficient you are and how your brain works. Even though you're up against it, what you think you can't get done, you all of a sudden can get done. So it's a little bit of a mind fuck, but it really works. And the last thing I want to add is always make sure you prioritize the things you need to get done by ROI, return on investment. And I don't mean it has to be always about money, okay? For example, my health is my number one priority. I used to have it backwards and it was making money and other people, and therefore I almost died. And I'm not joking. You guys who listen to the show know that. So my health is number one. So when I get up in the morning, that doesn't mean that I don't look at some emails. That doesn't mean I don't do some work in the morning or whatnot. But at that peak time of day for me, I have to go do something some kind of movement, yoga, cycle class, whatever. My health is that important. Okay, I have to drink my magical coffee concoction. I need to have my routine because my routine makes me feel grounded and safe and secure and supported, which all supports my health and my adrenals. And I take my medications and my supplements and drink my water. And now, my celery juice, but I only do one bottle because we know what happens if Tiffany has more. It's not pretty. So that's what I mean by the ROI is my health. So that's prioritized. Then the ROI is my business is generating revenue. Okay, so now those tasks are prioritized and bringing in revenue. Then my next priority is serving the people, serving you guys, serving my current clients, because that's the ROI of my clients. I want you guys to be clients of mine, followers of mine, part of the posse for life. So if I want that, I need to continue serving you, respecting you, helping you, being your friend, being your coach. And so that's my next priority. So you guys see what I'm saying in terms of prioritizing based on ROI. It's another mindfuck in the sense that a lot of these tasks we don't like to do, the ROI is actually high on them, especially those of you who don't like sales, which is why you guys may or may not have heard my first course under the brand ProjectME with Tiffany Carter is launching January 2020, and I will be teaching you exactly how to sell your services and products in a way that feels good to you and doesn't feel sleazy, teaching my emotional based sales techniques. You guys are going to freaking love it. I cannot wait. If you guys love this episode, take a screenshot, share it. I am having a goal of getting a lot more 5-star written iTunes reviews. If you want to really help out the show and help me out, and as a thank you for all this amazing free content, take 90 seconds and do a damn review. Give back. It's amazing when you give back for things you appreciate, then you're setting the stage for people to end up giving back to you. So if you're not having that many people in your life giving back to you, one, you need new people in your life. And two, take a look at how much you're really giving of yourself, giving back, saying thank you, taking, a minute and a half of your time. All right. Love you guys. Feel free to always ask me follow-up questions in the DMs on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Talk to you guys soon. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.